Well, Elizabeth Warren can't seem to go a week without embarrassing herself. She retweeted an article about Dan Snyder buying a yacht. Dan Snyder's the owner of the Washington Redskins. And this is what she wrote when she retweeted the article. She said, "This billionaire NFL owner just paid $100 million for a super yacht with its own IMAX theater. I'm pretty sure he can pay my new ultra-millionaire tax to help the millions of yachtless Americans struggling with student loan debt." Now, I am by no means quick to defend Dan Snyder, who is one of the worst NFL owners probably in the history of the league. But that is not what Warren was getting at here. This was not a football criticism on her part. She, a United States senator, is simply shaming a private citizen for being rich and buying a boat. That's what that's all about. That's all that was. Now, here's the question. Why is it any of Elizabeth Warren's business that Dan Snyder bought a boat with an IMAX theater? Why is that any of her business whatsoever? The left, they're the ones who are always saying, mind your own business, it's none of your business, stay out of my life. So why is this any of your business? So the guy bought a boat, who cares? What does that have to do with you? It's not illegal. What does it have to do with any of us? Why should any of us have an opinion about how Dan Snyder spends his money? This is some of the most blatant and unapologetic class warfare nonsense that you're likely to see. This is a senator literally just posting a picture of a rich guy's yacht and saying, look at this rich guy with his rich guy stuff. Don't you hate all these rich guys? And that's to say nothing of the hypocrisy of it, of course, coming from someone who is herself well off. She may not be preparing to buy a yacht anytime soon, but she has luxuries that many of us can't afford. Remember that hilarious video of her drinking beer and trying to pretend like to be a normal person? Here it is again. Remember this.
Hold on a sec. I'm going to get me a beer. Hey, Robert, my husband Bruce is now in here. You want a beer?
No, I'll pass on the beer for now.
You sure? Come over and say hello to folks.
Yes.
So, this is my sweetie.
Hello.
And I'm crazy.
I love you.
I love you too. Thank you for being here.
Pleasure.
I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, enjoy your beer.
Who have we got here so far? Skylar, and 14 others. Hello, Denise. Hi. Fortnite. Good to see you. Who else have we got? Kenny. Is that right? Kenny and the boys. I'm glad to see you. Is that Greeny Goddess? Wow. That's a name I'd like to have.
Okay, so look at that. Did you see that? Look at her kitchen. Did you see her kitchen? Now that's a nice kitchen. You got the nice cabinets, the nice fancy countertops. What are those? Like granite tile countertops? Something? Now I think that personally, actually, the green tile countertops are hideous. But still, those look like relatively expensive countertops. And she's got the tile backsplash. Most of us can't afford to have tile backsplash, right? I think we can agree that most Americans cannot afford to have a kitchen like that. Think about this. Elizabeth Warren has that nice fancy kitchen. Meanwhile, a lot of people can't even buy a car. She's got the nice kitchen, and there are a lot of people, that are walking to work because they can't afford to have a car. So why should she have such a nice kitchen with those nice countertops and that backsplash when there are people who don't have cars? Now, you might say that there's no connection between the fact that some people don't have cars and Elizabeth Warren's nicely renovated kitchen. You might say there's absolutely no connection whatsoever, so this is a really stupid thing for me to bring up. And you're right, that's exactly the point. It is very stupid. There's no connection between Elizabeth Warren's nice kitchen and the fact that you can't buy a car and are broke, just like there's no connection between Dan Snyder's boat and the fact that you have college debt.